Hello. Good. Don't do that. He does it every time. Good morning, good afternoon, and in the words of the greatest one-arm manager of all time, we are here to put our shields on and fight. By Paunovic, who is now a one-armed soldier after doing anyone seen that overhead kick? That was the smoothest overhead kick I've seen. Right, today's episode. We weren't here last week due to Ryan not feeling very well, and I couldn't be bothered to do it on my own. So we also have lost a person, we've gained a person, and also at the same time, you lot are probably happy not to see Adams and Mush anymore. And
I know I am.
Right, so before we introduce so don't forget, down below in the link in the description is all of the links to all of our social media pages, to everything we've got. Don't forget as well, if you're watching this on YouTube, go click the subscribe button on the top right and hit the notification bell for get instant notification. And don't forget that you can follow us on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcasts. So today, the new member of the weekly podcast, you could tell by the thumbnail that how young he was when I put it. I was an arsehole.
I haven't seen it yet.
You won't see it. By the
wicked.
way, well, when you lot actually see, all right. So the thumbnail is you with Nigel Atkins. That photo.
Oh,
yeah,
a while ago then.
Yeah, I think it was about 10 years. I think it was about 10 years ago. I think. So
yeah,
the new member of the podcast, due to
our manager 10 years ago.
I don't know.
Has it been 10 years?
I don't know. Google it.
No, it can't have
it's
been.
been a long time.
Yeah, it's not been 10
No,
years.
2011, 10 years. That was
10 years ago would have been.
It's like 2014.
Yeah. God, 10 years was
Dermot, wasn't it? Dermot.
10 years ago was the start of our promotion. Wow.
It was like Shane long time, 10 years ago.
Yeah. Jesus.
I was looking it up, definitely.
So he was with us
sure?
2013 to 2014.
Yeah, I did.
So he was here for
7 years. Still quite a long ago.
So unfortunately, Josh is not with us anymore. Not that he's dead. He is not on the podcast anymore. So we have got a replacement. I've tried to put this off for such a long time. I didn't want him on because he smells like shit. He's an ugly twat, and I don't like him. It's Ryan.
How can you smell him?
He's literally over there. If I literally walk out my door and go about 5 steps, I'm there. It's my brother Matthew. So if everyone can go and give him some love, go give him some love on Twitter, everywhere else. Go and welcome him in. Not too much because he's still a twat. But he will be coming on weekly on a Thursday to discuss all things Reading and to chat about, as Ryan calls it, rants. If we ever go on a rant, he can go on. By the way, that's never leaving you, ever. I don't care. Ever. Anyway, let's get into it. A lot of news that's gone on. Just to let you know as well, hopefully, touch wood and whistle, the F1 podcast will be back next Wednesday. Fucking remember when I release them. Next Wednesday, we will be reviewing the F1 testing that is happening over this weekend, and then building up to the new season as well. We got new members, new people joining, and we got new everything. People left, people joined, people went, people changed roles. We're just changing things up going forward. Ryan has either read something that's really funny or offensive. I can tell by that laugh.
Yeah, do you want me to just read it?
Okay, right, hold on. Before you read it, is it going to assault anyone?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. Go
on. Someone put on Twitter saying, absolute banker, 3.3k coming my way tonight. And it was like Ajax and no, Man United and no, Arsenal and no, Roma and no, Tottenham and no, £9 returns, $3,500. After 3 minutes, it had lost. And then they tweeted saying, right, lost already. Now I can't feed the kids. I hope you're happy, Skybet. And they replied saying, evening, Cal. We're sorry to hear this. Are you able to drop us a PM so we can discuss the account, please? And he said, not snitching on myself. I have OnlyFans to make some dough to feed my nippers. You've done enough damage already. They said, we understand that you may not want to discuss with us, but we take all comments very seriously. And if you can, we would really appreciate a chat with you. He said, I have bigger things to concentrate on. Currently scraping all of my 1p and 2p coins out of my jar to stick the coin star down Morrison's. Can we talk later? And then his account got suspended.
Right, let's get into it. We haven't talked for a long time. A few things have happened, few things have gone on. The first part of the podcast is a little bit about some news that's happened over the past week, some transfer talk that could happen, some interesting stats, and then we're going to build up to the Nottingham Forest game coming up this weekend, or anyone that's watching this tomorrow. So let's get into it. Michael Olise. Let's get into a bit of a Michael Olise chat, shall we, Ryan? And Matthew. Michael Olise.
I'm completely zoned out for last.
I know, I gathered. I could see by your face. That's why I went Ryan. So Michael Olise is the first academy graduate to score a penalty in normal time for Reading in 3 years, since Liam Kelly in 2018. Michael Olise is the first teenager to score 5 goals in a season for Reading this century. Michael Olise has apparently chosen his international future by going for Nigeria, and he's been selected for the upcoming AFCON qualifiers. It looks like he could be teaming up with Ovi Ejaria and Eze. I think Eze's in talks with Nigeria or England.
Isn't he on the reserve list, though, Olise?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I just saw he was not. I'm not gonna lie. Most of this stuff is just copy and pasted from Talk Reading. I'm not gonna. That's about it. That's all I do. And that's it. So, okay. So I want to go through this one bit, Matthew. I'm going to go to you first. Olise is the first teenager to score 5 goals in a season for Reading this century. Does that go to show how good he is, or how shit our scoring of our youth are?
I think, in my opinion, like the Championship is one of the most competitive leagues in this country, because everyone just wants to be in the Prem.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, considering the intensity of the game and how like each team's different, the way they play, the way they set up, like everything is so different, and I think it's much harder, especially for an 18-year-old. It's such a physical game as well. Like in the Premier League, it's more technical, so the more technical youngsters can sort of get away with it. Whereas in this league, it's very physical, we're going to get into, get stuck in. So I feel like the fact he's done it in this league, and he's not the biggest of guys either, he's still 18, he's still growing. I think that's quite impressive. And he is only 18. I think he's a year above me. So he'll be turning 19, I think, this year.
It makes me feel so
for a while. So I think he's actually younger than me, so he's doing quite well. So yeah, no, I think that is impressive. I think we shouldn't take it away from him. I think we have got a good youth. So that's my opinion.
Ryan, Mr. Finger Noser, go to you. What do you think?
Yeah, do you know what you said? It does show how good he is. I wouldn't say it shows that we're shit with youth, because people have had a chance. Look at Danny Lover, for example. He did have quite a few games. I'm not really surprised, because, yeah, obviously we do have a very, very good academy. But how often do you see an 18-year-old get as much game time as he has? I mean, the last time I can think was under Adkins, and that was forced upon us. And yeah, completely agree with what Matthew just said.
Okay, so is the hype?
I'm going to say, you've seen in this last couple of weeks, the Championship is so competitive. Literally anyone can beat anyone.
So I got a question for you. Is the Olise hype real? Is he going to go on to, without Ryan probably flashing his cock at everyone that's watching, is just making sure the little sakes doesn't fly out.
It's not a snake, it's a worm.
Honesty is the best policy.
Is the hype real around Olise? Is he going to be the next world superstar? Is he going to go on to bigger and better things? Or is he one of these players that will only perform for certain type of player, for certain type of manager? Is he going to only fit in a certain type of system? What do you think? This is so anyone.
I think he's definitely got the potential. I think he's got the potential, but it's about his attitude. I think, if he goes with the I'm going to move to a Prem team next season and not really get much game time, then I think that he'll struggle. But I think if he goes with the attitude that I'm going to work my arse off, prove myself in the Championship, and actually, become a consistent person that performs week in, week out, then I think definitely he can make it. I can see him leaving in the summer though, but I think it's in his best interest with the amount of game time he's getting to stay with us. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Reading fan. I'm saying that because he's still young. If he took this now and got as many games under his belt, he could go far and become a world-class player, I think.
I'm saying that because of both. I think it is for the best for him, but it's also the best for us.
Yeah.
I think tomorrow he should just do what that Inaki Williams done for Athletic Bilbao and just sign a 14-year contract.
Yeah.
Just sign him up for 20 years. The reason why I asked that question is because I don't know. He hasn't really. So with me, he hasn't really shown a light on me for me to go, all right, yeah, he's the next wonder kid. He's the next superstar. There just seems to be a couple of things that I don't really get. He has no pace. Let's be honest. He has. If it was FIFA terms, he'd probably have a pace of like 40. He has like high. Yeah, he has high attacking rate, but very low defensive work rate.
Yeah,
and that's. Can I flip it?
Go on.
What if that is coming from management saying, you know what, you're such an attacking threat that don't worry about that, because let's be fair, how solid have we been defensively this season? If you could do without him, like let's look at an example of like Leicester, Jamie Vardy, absolute workhorse. But what if someone's saying to him, use what you've got going forward, focus on that. We've got 9 other players behind you that will get the ball back.
Yeah, but he's a midfielder. So for me, a midfielder, in my opinion, needs to be a workhorse no matter what position you're in. I understand what you're saying, and I get that. But at the same time, for me, a midfielder needs to be the one, like Reno and Laurent. Yeah, they're a different breed of midfielders, and they're not creative, but they work no matter what. If they're running forward, they will go 100 miles an hour for 90 minutes, where Elise seems to have 20-minute spells of like utter brilliance, and you go, aha, okay. And then he has about half an hour of just goes dead. And he goes silent, and then he goes back to life again. Is his stamina not there? Does he need to recharge? Do you think is that the thing that's letting him down?
When you say about that, I know it's utterly ridiculous saying it like this, but have you seen that video of, I think it was Messi in the Champions League, where he's in the centre circle and there's he's just walking, watching the ball, and the defender's dribbling past him about 4 yards away. And he's just watching. Maybe it's that kind of thing where you just take your time to recharge. Like, again, I'm going to go back. Can I
just point out, you've just compared Elise to Messi.
I wasn't comparing.
Yeah, you can't compare Messi to the best. You can't compare Messi to the greatest.
Yeah, let's be fair. Messi's not at that level yet.
Yeah, he's not quite Elise, 18 in Reading. Come on.
He's the next Jesse Lingard. He's 27. He's still got a future.
Yeah.
I completely lost my train of thought.
That doesn't surprise me. Messi walking back.
Yeah, no. Okay, no. Going back to Jamie Vardy at Leicester. You know how much he runs. If he had that 20-minute sort of cool-down period to get his energy back, how much more threat would he give in the 80th minute?
Yeah,
I know. Elise probably be subbed off by then.
Yeah,
and then he has a strop. But yeah, but no. So no.
I mean, he's young as well.
No, I agree, and I just feel like there's that little thing missing from his game. Matthew.
Oh no, I think like so when so he does like good for 20 minutes. I think it can also be like because he's 18, it could be a confidence thing because if he's losing the ball a couple of times, he might get down a bit. Whereas he needs the mentality like if I lose that ball, I'm going to get straight back into it and try again. But then I think when he does do well, he gets in a rhythm of doing well, and then you can't stop him. But he needs to get the balance.
I got to compare him to for that. The perfect example for how you've just said it, Jimmy Kebe.
Yeah.
If he take on a defender, if he failed to beat him in the first 3 attempts, his head would drop and he didn't offer anything.
Yeah,
and I think you're on with that as well, to be fair. Like, you see it. You see, it's almost like the confidence actually leaves his body. You can see, like, I think Zhao is similar as well. You see, if it's not going...
100%.
Yeah.
It's interesting with Zhao as well, because he's someone who's got 20-plus goals this season. He's those top goal scorer we've had since Shane Long back then. Who's 24, 25, maybe more. Can't remember. In that season. But then, like Liam Moore said, if a few things don't go for him, he sort of just struts around. And he doesn't go. And that's the one thing that the funniest thing is, if you go through all of the Portuguese players over the divisions in the top 5 leagues, Ronaldo's scored 2 more or 3 more than what Zhao has this season.
Yeah, but let's be fair. Could Ronaldo do it in the Championship? I don't think.
Fucking easily. Fucking easily. Let's not piss around with that. Can he do it on a wet Wednesday night at Stoke? Yes, he's proven he can.
No.
So, yes.
I don't think he can. Not anymore. He's been abroad too long.
Right, let's go on to transfers. Reading, according to some sources, say Reading are keeping a close eye on Sheffield Wednesday winger Kadeem Harris, who is out of contract in the summer. He is currently 27, same fucking age as me, twat. He'll be 28 next season. He come through the youth system.
At least you're getting paid by your work.
Oh. Sheffield Wednesday, dear, because they can't pay for shit. Anyway, fucking useless they are, aren't they? So he come through the Wycombe Wanderers youth system. He was there and then he played 19 first-team games from 2009 to 2012. He then plays 70 games from 2012 to 2019 for Cardiff, but he had 2 loan spells in between that as well. One in 2013 when he went on loan to Brentford, and in one in 2015 when he went on loan to Barnsley. And he played 10 and 11 games for either of them. Since 2019, when he signed permanently for Sheffield Wednesday, he has played 73 times and has got 3 goals. In his career in English football in total, since 2009, he has 10 goals in total in his appearances. What would you say to this? He's 5'9". I don't know why I kept that in, but I screenshotted from Wikipedia. Not gonna lie.
That's tall for an absolute.
I think that's a good height for a winger.
It's tall for a pace merchant.
Yeah. Would you take him in the summer?
Yes, because
I think we definitely need wingers.
You know, I'm gonna say he reminds me of a lot of Barry Bannon, again from Sheffield Wednesday, because there's something about him. With Bannon, I wouldn't want him at Reading, but I would want him at Reading just so he's not ever against Reading. He's just a name to play again.
Yeah, I get what you mean. So he can stop the boginess.
Yeah, like we've got him, so no one else can.
Yeah, Barry Bannon always seems to turn up against us. Always.
Apart from when he's
he's good again. I remember we watched a few times.
What was that?
Apart from when he's subbed off after 32 minutes.
Oh, was he the one who got subbed off after the red
Yeah.
card?
Oh yeah, I remember that game.
No, the
No, I think he's a good player.
So what qualities do you think he will bring, Matthew?
I think if we look at the squad we've got now, it's a very central squad in my opinion. I think Ajara shouldn't be playing out wide in my opinion. He's got the skills, but he hasn't got the pace. If I look at our squad, I don't really think we've got any rapid players. Like Yeardom's rapid, but he's not a winger. He's a right back. He's a wing back. And I think Richards is rapid, but again, he's a wing back as well. So I think we need wingers, whether it's him or not. We need quick wingers because it just makes us more diverse. We can go down more avenues.
Brian,
I would say so.
Your opinion
about what?
What we just been talking about? You dumb fuck.
No, I agree with what Matthew just said. It's something going forward we definitely need because it's that outlet. We've not looked the same in that sense since Barrow left. Mm-hmm. And okay, you kind of see, I don't really think at the moment we have a plan B. But that is because we don't really have the players for a plan B. Going to what you just said, I'd like to see Yeardom higher up the pitch. Give him a chance. Same with Estevez, because it's quite similar. I think they would both be a good attacking threat.
Mm.
So, Matthew, I'm going to get your take, because me and Ryan have talked about this for the past few weeks, months.
Oh, God.
4 months. However long. Omar Richards. Looks like he has signed a 4-year deal with Bayern Munich. Michael Morrison come out and said about the move, saying the experience of going out there in comparison to playing any other year in the Championship, in terms of development and the players he's going to train with, there's no way any player could turn that down. I agree with that. What do you think? How well do you think Omar Richards is going to get on at Munich if he does go out there? And do you think that how much of a big hole will he leave for us?
I was watching him interested. I haven't watched loads of games this season, but whenever I have watched, he's just shown that extra bit of class, and I've noticed that recently, especially against Wickham. I thought he was quality. Just the little tricks and just the way he attacks. I think that he'll suit Bayern perfectly. I think he's actually superb backup to Davies, in my opinion. And I think it shows, he's put in the work. He was always a beater's second. He had to work. He had to take the chance of, obviously, Obita's injury and, this, that, and the other to, grasp his chance to get in the first team. And... Pardon, sorry?
No, I'm just going to say after I got a question I'm going to ask you about him. Just note it.
Oh, no. Okay, so I think... No, so overall, I think it's a brilliant opportunity. He has to take it. I think any player would take it, and I think he'll get on... If he has the... Again, if any player that has the right attitude and works hard enough will get on well. So I think
Ryan,
he's got to do it. As
please,
much as I don't want him to go, he's got to do it.
Please, start raising your fucking hand. You know how much it messes my screen.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Right, Ryan has got a question for Matthew. Go on then.
Yeah.
Would he have played as much as he has this season had we kept one of Obita or Richards, Obita or Blackett?
In my opinion, he'd play over Blackett any day, in my opinion. But when it comes to Obita, no, because he's been there so long. I think that Obita was a good player, in my opinion. He was good. I think if we had kept hold of him, simply because of his relationship with the club, he'd been there so long, I think he would have started. Even though Richards I think Obita would have started, just because he's been there so long and he actually is quality when he plays.
See, I agree with what Matthew just said, and that's not very often I say that in life, where I say I agree with Matthew on most things in football. But I agree with that. I have got an agenda against a lot of play, but I see a lot of people on Twitter and different places say, I wish that we still kept those players, some of those players, for the depth that we don't have this season. The players like McCleary. Gunter, all of those type of players. And for me,
McCleary would be so good this season.
I saw him in Costa once.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. So I think to this season I think they did the complete right thing with getting rid of everyone, because it's given players opportunities now that they wouldn't have had before. Omar Richards wouldn't be going to Bayern Munich in the summer if it wasn't for Obita and Blackett leaving. And I think it was the best thing for him. And I also think it's the best thing for the club, for a player of someone who's come through the academy. And people will now start looking at our academy going, oh, hold on. You've got one player going to Munich here. You've had another player a few years ago go to Hoffenheim. You sort of becoming these sort of gems that come through every so often. So they'll start looking. And I think that the players like Mate or Ejaria, or at least definitely, in my opinion, definitely wouldn't have been given the opportunity he's been given this season if we kept those players behind at all.
Because McCleary would keep him out of the squad.
Yeah, most probably, because some bum-o arsehole would fucking think, oh, dude, keep McCleary on.
Because he's a legend.
It's not. Just not rising. I'm not rising. I'm more mature.
He was in McIntyre's back
He is a legend
for 90 minutes.
I am.
I did like him.
He is
at
a
the time,
club legend.
but McIntyre did pocket him, and he's not even a wing back.
I'm not.
But Mark
Just saying, who won the game? That's all that matters.
We didn't.
Yeah.
That was not.
Anyway, moving on. I can't be asked. Listen to Ryan's bollocks. So
I don't do if, buts, and maybes. I do absolutes.
Every fucking time. So quick stats. Liam Moore against Wickham played his 100th game as captain for Reading. It's quite interesting. Against Wickham, yes. He's played 103 now.
Ago.
Yeah, I know. He's played 103 now. But since 2012-2013 season, Moore has the most appearances as captain. Second is Paul McShane with 97. Gunter has 80. How the fuck has he got that many?
Because he was...
Don't say it! Don't say it!
Well, we all know he's a club legend anyway, but I was going to say...
special.
Because he was vice-captain for a bit, wasn't he?
Yeah, I know. Do you know what really bothers me? Do you know what really, really bothers me? Right? Gunter has 80 appearances as captain. Joby McAnuff has 66. He only has 66 appearances as captain.
Love McAnuff.
All right. 23 was Alex Pearce. 16 was Michael Morrison. 12 was Sean Morrison. 8 was Norwood. 6 was Danny Guthrie.
Oh my god!
There you go. I knew Matthew would get that. 4 was Hector, Al-Habsi, and Bakuna. Right. This is when it pisses me off. Right. This is when I get quite angry with this. Right. 3 was McCleary.
Never.
No, I know. 3 was McCleary. Right. He has more appearances as captain than Ian Hart, Ledgerwood, Cox, Karajan, or Obita. McCleary.
Yeah, but look at the players.
Yeah, can I point out one thing? All of the people you just said that McCleary has less captain appearances were all at the club at the same time. And
as a
back up to Pearce and McAnuff, who were club captain.
I still don't get how Alex Pearce got captain.
Because he's not...
You had to stop yourself there. That's the first time on this podcast. Stop raising your fucking hand. That's the first time on the podcast.
I didn't actually mean to do that. I'll put it down.
It's the first time on this podcast where you stopped from saying something.
Because I got kind of mixed between two things. I was going to say club legend, but I realised because he's an academy player, it's the same kind of principle as McIntyre. Who doesn't like seeing someone come through the academy who supports the club go on to captain the club?
Listen, if they're good enough, then they'll get it. I don't think that they should get, and I think it's one of those things that we'll get. We also have a comparison with Luke Southwood,
And that is
because
exactly why McCleary has been captain more than Caracan. And everyone else.
No. Caracan, I don't care about. It's Ledgerwood. Ledgerwood is a definition of a club legend, and he has less than McCleary. Yes, that's pissed me off. That pissed me off more than anything else. Oh, I can't remember what I was going to say now. No. So yeah, club player. It's like the conversation we have with Luke Southwood. He should be playing more. He should be getting more game time. No one would be talking about this if he didn't come through the academy. If he didn't come through the academy, no one will be having this conversation. But because he did, and if Raphael makes one mistake, everyone goes, "He's shit. He's shit." Even though he's broken his record for most clean sheets last season already, with so many games to spare. Not only that, he's in command of that back four as well, with Moore, Morrison. Now Yeardon's back and flying. And now we've got Richards back. Richards doing as well. Yeah. We can rotate him with McIntyre and everyone. Look, McIntyre for me has become the James Milner of Reading. He can play left back, right back, centre defensive mid. He played Cam at one point. I'm expecting the last game of the season he's up front.
Positions out of a hat, right?
It's got to be. It has to be.
It's funny with our defence and how everyone's playing this season, because for like our best back four, I think we'll probably all agree, if everyone's fit, our back four would be Richards, Morrison, Moore, Yeardon.
No.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
100% agree.
Your opinion's irrelevant. So,
yeah, it is.
I agree with that.
But
I think McIntyre is very good to learn.
Yeah, it's to the point now where Holmes and McIntyre, even Estevez recently, have been playing so well. I'd actually seriously consider playing 7 at the back so they can all fit in.
The only team in history to ever play 7 at the back and go for it. I'll be up for that.
Didn't Bayern Munich do it in the Champions League once?
I think so.
They had Alaba and someone else as 2 centre backs, and then in Football Manager terms, attacking midfielders wide.
Oh dear. Right.
Yeah.
Let's get into the Nottingham Forest game that's coming up tomorrow for everyone to watch this weekend for us.
Before anything, I'm going to make a prediction, and it's a Bryce Samba absolute howler. A number 1.
Oh.
He just can't get himself out of the spotlight against Reading, can he?
It's against any team. He's fucking shit.
That's a good point. That is a very good point. Very good point. So let's go through some stats. So Reading versus Nottingham Forest. The history, Reading have won 17 times, drawn 12, lost 20. The previous 5 fixtures, they're starting from the 11th of August 2018. Reading lost 1-0. And then the 12th of January 2019, we beat them 2-0. January the 11th, 2020, we drew 1-1. 22nd of January 2020, we drew 1-1. And the 5th of December, which I attended, by the way, if you want to check out the vlog of that game, it is down below in the playlist of the Reading FC podcast. It is we beat them 2-0. Current form, bitches. Reading sit 5th in the previous 6 fixtures, 5th in the table, played 6, won 4, lost 2. Nottingham Forest currently sit 13th. Played 6, won 2, drawn 1, lost 3. Bottom of the form table is Sheffield Wednesday, who have played 6, won none, drawn none, lost 6. They have a goal difference of -10 in the previous 6 games. That's right. And they're going up against Norwich, who are top of the league. They're in for a fisting and a half.
2 things are going to happen now. Sheffield Wednesday are going to get something at Norwich, and Bryce Samber's going to have an absolute masterclass. Well done, guys. Look what we've done.
Yes, we jinxed it. So on the podcast before with Adam, as we do every time, we did our future predictions. And on that podcast, we all decided who we think who's going to win, who's going to draw, blah, 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 blah. This is the last fixture as well, before we have to have Adam back.
Oh.
I know. Matthew, have you met Adam before?
No.
You are in for something else.
Did he tell you about the message you sent me the other day?
What, when he slept when he was sleeping and texting you?
Yeah.
He sent the
was
picture,
really
didn't
weird.
he?
Yeah, he said that he spoke about it when doing the recording with David.
Yeah.
But yeah, he messaged me at like 4:30 in the morning saying the audio didn't work last night, but he'll sort it out. It's like, what? He's like, sorry, it must have been in your sleep. So basically what we've worked out is that Adam thinks about me at bedtime. And I don't like it.
Adam dreams about your nakedness. He wants to know about your audio.
At least it's bedtime and not bath time, eh?
Oh, yeah, that'd be a lot worse.
Oh, we're gonna get some messages tomorrow.
Maybe tonight. Who knows?
Who knows? Right. So if you don't know Matthew, Adam likes to go on about quite a lot that he does writing for the Tilehurst End, and he's a journalist. And he likes to write his journalist papers. And he's so good at doing his journalist that he's the greatest person to write for the Tilehurst End. Isn't that right, Ryan?
Yeah. Sorry, I weren't listening to it. I'm playing Football Manager.
You always play Football Manager when we do a podcast. Always.
I don't play it any other time.
No, you don't. As soon as the podcast comes, you play it. Oh fuck me! I've just got rid of the thing that the fucking nuded. So in the predictions, I predicted a 1-1. Adam predicted a 1-1. Ryan predicted a 2-2.
Negative. Oh god.
Don't fucking talk. Don't fucking talk. Can I just say, right? And I'm going to pre-curse this, and I really don't want to. If Adam doesn't get the result right, then he doesn't win this month. If he doesn't get the result spot on, he doesn't win this month.
Who does?
Between me and you. It's between me and you.
Wait, because you've done the same as him, though. Won't you win it if it's the same?
Oh, I don't want it. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yes, I will.
Adam can't win it then.
No, he can't win it at all then.
Have that, you wanker.
Have that, you ginger prick. Matthew, you're going to take over
between Edgar Davids and Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne face, David glasses. I can't wait for the message tomorrow.
We're gonna get him. I'm adding you, Matthew, to the group chat on WhatsApp, and you can experience the abuse we're about to get.
I've made it.
Matthew, what's the score going to be tomorrow? And you're taking over from the person that did the previous fixtures, so you're going to take over from him. And then next week we will have Adam on.
Okay.
And then we will do the fixtures for the next.
He's not going to come on now, is he?
Not at all. And we will do the fixtures for next month. What are you going? Score prediction for you?
Just do 1-1.
2-0 Reading.
That's what I'm
2-0 Reading.
He's going for the win.
I'm there for a win. You got to have confidence. We need to win these games.
Can you please now accept and appreciate, Mark, that I am the king of predictions?
No.
Why? I get it right all the time. Did you see my Super 6 last week?
Yes. I hate you.
Why?
You need to do my fucking lottery numbers.
You always slag me off. Like, I won the first month. Like, at the beginning of the season, just every week, I was always right.
Did you say 2-0?
I actually do think 2-0, yeah. I'm hoping. I might put a bet on.
I can't be asked to edit that.
Look, this was my Super 6 last week.
You got it right.
I got every game right.
Well, not all of them. There was one that you didn't.
Yeah, because it hasn't been played yet. And I tell you what, if Brentford beat Rotherham 2-1, I am going to be so pissed off because that would have been 6 out of 6.
That would have been as well. And you didn't get it. So, yes. So, Matthew, thank you ever so much for coming on. Ryan.
No worries.
He's literally behind you.
I could walk with the laptop into this room, but I just can't be asked to pick
Yeah,
it up.
Prove it. Prove it.
No, like, we're going on a trip in my favorite rocket ship.
This.
I can hear the door opening.
Do the TikTok thing.
What TikTok
thing?
Turn around
No.
so you can see the back of his head on yours, back of yours.
Oh no, that's wrong.
By the way, that audio with me talking and then through Matthew's headphones and mine goes through my headphones is going to be an utter fuckery for everyone. So hey ho. But yes, no. Thank you guys ever so much for coming on. Matthew, we will see you next week. When you have to now be on the podcast every week. You haven't got a fucking choice now.
Okay.
I've made you one. You have to stay.
Just do what I do when you don't fancy it. Just leave him on red.
I'll do that.
It's quite hard when he can literally walk into your room.
Yeah, when I'm back at uni, it'll be all right.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I can't wait to get fucking rid of you. So thank you guys ever so much for coming on. And we will see you guys next week for when we're previewing. Who are we playing?
Fuck knows.
Whoever we're playing.
Wait, I got this.
Hold on.
I won't lie. This week, I like someone asked me yesterday who we got, and I couldn't think. I've literally.
You know
I found out.
I'll be honest with everyone. It's the first time I've started work. I've got a job now.
Birmingham.
We've got the Georgie Podcast Derby.
Midweek game. Wednesday.
No. Who we got after that?
It's the biggest game of the season.
QPR, they're not doing too well. Then we've got Barnsley. That'll be interesting. Are QPR doing well?
QPR are like third in the form table. QPR are one of the best teams in the league at the moment.
Hold on a second. Where are they? Hang on, I might be wrong here.
You are wrong.
Oh, they are. They're 12.
They're 12.
I lied, but Barnsley is 6. That's going to be a big game.
That's on Sky now.
Is it?
Mm.
Reading
on a big game.
QPR are not even in the top 6 of form in the previous 6 games. So
they were.
They're not anymore.
And we've got Barnsley, Derby, then Watford.
Yeah, Watford game and Barnsley game just got selected for Sky.
Yeah, because they're big games. For us. And we've got, our last 3 games are Swansea, Norwich, and Huddersfield.
Right.
And watch them be the deciders.
Championship football next season than it is, lads. But yes, right.
Yeah.
We will see you guys later on. Ryan, thank you ever so much for turning up. Matthew, thank you ever so much for coming on, you beautiful man. And we will see you guys next week for the NFC podcast. Don't forget as well, if you're making it all the way to the end, don't forget as well, the rest of the podcast is back Mondays. Tuesdays, we are... Fuck, I can't remember now. No, Mondays is the Reading podcast. Fuck me, I got to remember when I upload shit. Mondays is the Reading FC podcast with Adam and David to review the post-match live, instantly live after the game. They record and we upload it on a Monday. Tuesdays, we do the WWE podcast where we review all things that happened over the wrestling podcast over the past week. Shut the fuck up, Ryan. Wednesday, we will be back with the F1 podcast. No podcast Thursday for the NFL because we have moved that to a Sunday. But we might move this to a Thursday just so that we can get more in. I don't really know. But we will see you guys very, very much soon. All peace, all love, care. Bye. Bye. Ryan, say bye, dickhead.
Mark's in the EDL.
Bye.
I'm in EDL. What the EDL? Anyway, bye.
English.